Have you ever felt like you're doing all the right things with your money, but you're just stuck, spinning your wheels and not getting anywhere? Well, it turns out the real secret to wealth isn't about what you do. It's about what's going on up here in your mind. Today, we're diving into Harv Eker's game-changing idea that our financial success is secretly being controlled by a hidden program inside every one of us. So let's just get real for a second. Why aren't you as wealthy as you want to be? I mean, seriously, you've probably put in the work, right? You've read the books, maybe you've even taken the courses, but if that gap between all your effort and your actual bank account feels frustratingly huge, it's because there's a massive piece of the puzzle you probably don't even know is missing. And this right here is that missing link. Ecker's core idea is that every single one of us has a subconscious financial blueprint. Just think of it like a preset program for how much success you're kind of allowed to have. And if that program isn't set for wealth, you will find a way to undermine your own success, usually without even having a clue that you're doing it. So what exactly is this powerful hidden program that's secretly running our financial lives? Let's break it down. Think of it as your default setting for money. It's this invisible script running in the background of your life, 24/7, shaping every single thought, every feeling, and every action you take when it comes to money. And here's the most important part. It's almost entirely subconscious. Eker uses this absolutely brilliant analogy, a financial thermostat. Let's say your internal thermostat is set for, $50,000 a year. You might get a huge bonus and temporarily hit $70,000, but subconsciously, you'll find ways to spend it, lose it, or get rid of it to get back down to your familiar set point. The only way to create lasting change is to go in and reset the thermostat itself. And this illustrates the core principle perfectly. We spend all our time obsessing over the fruits, our results, our bank account, the things we can see, but we totally ignore the roots. Your inner world, your thoughts, your beliefs, your programming. That's what creates your outer world. If you want different fruits, you have to change the roots. It's that simple. Eker breaks it all down into what he calls the process of manifestation. And it's basically this powerful chain reaction. Your programming leads to your thoughts. Your thoughts then create your feelings. Those feelings are what drive your actions. And of course, your actions are what produce your results. You see the pattern here? Everything we achieve or don't achieve financially starts with that first step, that hidden programming. Okay, so if we all have this blueprint, where in the world did it come from? How did this incredibly powerful program get installed in our minds in the first place? Well, it really comes down to three main ways we were all conditioned when we were kids. It's all about what we heard, what we saw, and what we experienced around money long before we were old enough to question any of it. Seriously, take a second and think back to your own childhood. What did you hear about money growing up? Was it money doesn't grow on trees? Or maybe the classic, rich people are greedy. Those phrases we heard over and over again, they weren't just harmless sayings. They were literally seeds being planted in our subconscious minds, forming the very foundation of our money blueprint. Then, of course, there's what we saw. We're basically little sponges as kids, right? We mimic everything. How did your parents handle their money? Were they super frugal savers or big spenders? Or were they just constantly stressed out? It's almost guaranteed that today you're either mirroring their exact habits or you're consciously rebelling against them. So which is it for you? And finally, you have these really specific, powerful incidents. Eker shares this incredible story of a nurse who, when she was just 11, watched her father die from a heart attack right in the middle of a nasty argument about money. Instantly, her mind forged this powerful subconscious link. Money equals pain. Is it really any surprise that she could never hold on to it as an adult? And this right here gets to the absolute heart of why changing is so dang hard. Logic doesn't stand a chance against deep-seated emotion. Not a chance. You can create the most perfect, logical budget and investment plan in the world, but if your subconscious blueprint is screaming money equals pain or being rich means being alone, that deep emotion will win every single time. Your mind will literally invent ways to get you back to what feels safe. But here's the most important part of this entire conversation, and you really need to hear this. You are not your programming. This isn't a life sentence. The whole reason we're digging all this stuff up is because what can be learned can be unlearned. You have the power to consciously rewrite your own code. Eker lays out a super clear 4-step process to do exactly that. It's simple, but man, is it powerful. It's awareness, understanding, disassociation, and then finally, reconditioning. First things first, you have to become aware. You just have to. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. So you have to start observing yourself. Put yourself under a microscope. Watch your thoughts about money without any judgment. What's your automatic reaction when a bill arrives? What pops into your head when you see a wealthy person? Awareness is always the first step to change. Second, you gotta understand where these thoughts even came from. The moment you realize that your belief that rich people are greedy is just something your dad used to mutter at the dinner table, it loses its power. You can finally see it for what it is, a second-hand belief that you absorbed, not some fundamental truth about the world. In that realization, oh man, that leads to the most freeing step of all, disassociation. This is where you separate yourself from your programming. You are not your thoughts. That belief isn't you. It's just an old mental file you downloaded by accident when you were a kid. And once you see that, you realize you have a choice. You can choose to delete that file. And finally, we get to the active part, reconditioning. This is where you consciously and deliberately install new, empowering beliefs. You're not just getting rid of the old junk files, you are intentionally uploading new software, new wealth files that will actually support the successful life you want to build. Okay, so with all this new understanding, let's bring it all home. How does mastering this inner game translate into building actual, lasting wealth in the real world? This quote from the book just says it all, doesn't it? You can have the best business strategies on the planet, but if your personal container, your mindset, your blueprint is too small, you'll never be able to hold on to big money. It'll just spill over. Personal growth is the real secret to financial growth, period. And we come full circle, back to the grand principle that ties this whole thing together. Your financial life, it's just a printout of your internal programming. If you don't like the results, stop trying to fix the printout. It's a waste of time. You have to go into the program itself and change the code. Change the roots, and the fruits will take care of themselves. Now, Eker suggests using declarations to actively rewire your mind. And a declaration, it's not some passive, wishy-washy affirmation. It's a powerful statement of intent. By saying something like this out loud with energy and conviction, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind that, hey, you're in charge now, and you are choosing a new way of being. So, I'm going to leave you with this. Take a real, honest look at your financial life. Your results right now are telling you exactly what your current blueprint is set for. The only question is, now that you know, what are you going to do about it?